Hey guys, welcome back. We're going to play some more of the Outer Worlds tonight. Hope you're all doing well. Hey Archie, how you doing? Oh, what happened? Oh wow, that's exciting. Uh, gotcha. So she's frustrated with other things then. So you never really know. Sealed. Oh, I see. That's too bad.
Are we getting paid or not?
Any loss of productivity will be deducted from your pay.
Well, I'm glad things got worked out, man.
I put my whole...
Oh, it's you. Reed told me I should be expecting you. He's inside.
Oh, so this is after we turned off the power to the city. I hear you, man. Well, I'm glad things got sorted out. It's good to hear. Yeah. No, it's upsetting. There's no way around it. Been pretty good. Can't complain. It's been kind of a lazy day, but I don't mind. Okay, this is another one where I'm confused. I guess it's got to be out here somewhere. Oh, cool. How is it? This is odd. Nice.
Town's been dark a while now. Could be a mechanical trying to sabotage us. Bang up, work soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
I know. Yeah, Lydia. I've accidentally killed her once. Ah, nice. This is 5. Oh, $50. Yep. They do get in the way. I've wanted to do that Serrano a bunch of times. I'm kind of surprised you can't. Oh, you can upgrade, okay. Oh, there goes all my money. Whatever, we're fine. Yeah, true. Oh, a grenade launcher. I haven't used that yet. Why can't I use this one yet? $122, $116, you can go. I don't know, they're not here yet. I'm a bit later than usual, so never know. I'm sure people will show up. I don't remember if I said I was streaming yesterday. Okay, so we don't need completed. So now we gotta break the news. This guy, we didn't give him his power. He asked us to go take their power. We ended up taking his power.
Maybe Adelaide was right to leave.
Desertion is a criminal offense, punishable by a hard liquid. You picked a fine time to visit, stranger. I paid his burial fees, didn't I? Let the dead sleep. Didn't anyone ever tell you not to go rifling through other people's correspondence? Excuse you. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein already belong to Spacer's Choice. And we're all part of the Spacer's Choice family here. Never mind. I don't have to explain myself to you. Somebody's been spinning a tale about a lost colony ship. Talk like that'll get you reported real quick. Yeah? I don't understand. I found Eugene's body. I know the guy shot himself. Wait, are you telling me he was murdered? He was plagued? Oh, law, that's awful. I helped carry his body out. I could have been infected. This is all a little too much for me to take in. But I guess if Eugene wasn't a suicide, our town won't have to pay a penalty.
Not any recently. These people are messed up. I've just been adding, every time I level up, I've just been adding to tech and medical. And a couple to ranged.
You want to know what gets my bile churning? Edgewater has suffered a cavalcade of disasters. Plague, marauders, desertion. Then you wandered in town. And I was so damn sure our luck was starting to turn. I never knew how right I was. Just answer one question for me. Why'd you do it? You're right. I put the fate of our town in the hands of some feckless transient. This is my fault. And all Edgewater's paying for my mistake. Whatever you were hoping to find down here, I advise you to turn around and leave. I have got guards posted with orders to fire on you. Edgewater's dead. Our cannery's dead. Adelaide's deserters are never coming back. Spacer's Choice will shut us down before long. Some of us will die of illness by then. Some will move on. Some will starve. And as for me, I will tender my resignation, whereupon I shall be processed, and then duly imprisoned for gross incompetence. Apologies won't give us our lives back, but for what it's worth, I am sorry too.
A bit of the first season. So I guess we have to go in here and fight these dudes. It's all good. Are we gonna fight? Looks like we are. I wonder if I could sneak around them. Oh, is that one?
Something's not right.
We're going. Don't mess with us.
I'll take this one!
Everyone all right?
Yes. Spacer's Choice are now understanding after killing some of their guards. Nice. I don't know why I can't search that one. What was that? We need to get out of here. So we have any objectives? And return to the ship? Okay. I love how the ship's called the Unreliable. Yeah, I don't get how the power exists, but...
What are we supposed to do now?
I wish I could tell them to go to the other place.
And contemplate the scriptures.
To the other town.
Don't make me report you to Mr. Thompson.
Talking to the good vicar always lifts my spirits.
Vicar's not there.
If talking to the good vicar always lifts up my spirits.
What? Why are you here, bud?
I'll meet you on the ship when you're ready to depart from Emerald Vale. Captain.
Okay. I wish I could tell them to go. Haha. I wonder if it's any good. Where's the cantina?
Huh?
Cannery's dead. This is gonna throw a wrench into my actuarial tables.
Oh, I guess the play button, those squares, are people I can just have dialogue options with. Winslow.
Everything's gone all
Yeah,
dark,
I hear you.
but I ain't passed out yet. Don't make no sense. Numb to the bone thanks to Zero G Brew. Zero G Brew. It's an ale that's good for what ails you.
Good talk, buddy.
Power's gone. Law knows how long. Looking to get drunk? Oh, I almost forgot.
Sure, what's up?
I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors. You tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Go ahead. I don't see how that's any of your business. You're the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share. My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2 generations, and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy. Glad I disabused myself.
I'd get rid of it first.
What happened, you ask? What always
Buddy.
happens when you're dreaming.
You don't. It can go either way.
I just didn't have the brains for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the work.
No
So I did
worries.
the right thing and worked the life I was always meant to live. Now that I'm behind a bar, I can ask all the questions I want. Important ones. Like, when are you gonna pay your tab?
It just
And
gets
would
in
you
the way,
like another
basically.
round of cold, refreshing Zero G? Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Don't need you putting it back in my head. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. Never will be. Spacer's Choice put me where I belong, and for that I am grateful.
I know.
They
She's
did.
kind of got attitude.
Gave me a life. Gave me a purpose. This is where I belong. Not so fast. I told you about my life. Your turn to tell me about yours.
Uh-oh.
So, what's your story? What's there to figure out? Stands to reason you work for a company. You ain't Spacer's Choice. Could be you're with Auntie Cleo. That's exactly the kind of crazy talk that comes from an overabundance of sobriety. Well, good luck trying to figure yourself out. Sounds like you'll need it.
Ouch. Toodles. Try to save these people, but nobody wants to talk about that. Alright, off we go.
Don't see the sense in all this fussing over the power. Cannery shutting down just means I'll have more bodies. to
Oh,
bury.
nice, Silas. I'm surprised I can't tell them about the other settlement. We just leave them there. Oh, that didn't sound good. What do you mean? Okay, I can't run anymore.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real
Yeah,
ship,
no, I like it too.
working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post. I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no, but can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves for my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, ma'am. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
I like the voice acting too. Here's the weirdo vicar.
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room. By verity, by strength. What are we contemplating today? Bakonu, the author, had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders of the Philosophist school of thought, so the book is banned in this colony. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief in the plan. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came more than a century after his death. I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosophist scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book, it would be him.
Oh, buddy.
That's a good question. We should
Good boy.
start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures. I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifests to track the Philosophist's off-world destination. Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems. Thank you, Captain.
What's the Groundbreaker? I don't think it's here. Yeah, there's no marker. Hey, Chris. Doing well, man. How you doing?
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise.
Glad to hear it, man.
What can I do for you, Captain?
That's the creepy AI.
Do you know how to install a power regulator? Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure. Our engine room is located behind you, across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Alright, sounds good, man. See you in a bit. Hey, Joey. How's it going? Ha! We got a silver trophy just for starting the engine. Okay. Alright. Welcome back, Chris. Oh, that crack is just hideous. I guess I should stop doing it.
What can I do for you, Captain? All systems are operating within acceptable parameters. I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit.
I love the ship's called the Unreliable.
Test of all flight capabilities.
Oh, that looks great. Oh, that sucks, Chris. Yeah, I hope it's not. Well, I think we've done all the objectives we can do there. I'm sure we can go back. Yeah, I hope not, man.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Yeah. Happens to me every now and then, too.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage?
I'm good.
Perfectly normal side effect of thawing.
I mean, it's a lot better than otherwise.
What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly, and almost completely lawless. You'll love it. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Kelly. In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Culkelly. Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her. Criminals? Goodness, no. Smuggling is a perfectly legitimate business venture. If misappropriating board property is a crime, well then, throw me in Tartarus. Plenty of ways to make money in Halcyon, you know. Not all are above board. Oh, above board, above the Halcyon board. Get it?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, well, sophisticated humor, puns. Appreciation of puns is a sign of advanced intellect, you know. Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design. Cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you. Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example.
Interesting.
Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention. If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
He does really remind me of Doctor Who.
A change of clothes. What is this? Some old spy serial? What inattentive and brainless guard would be fooled by such a shabby disguise? The holographic shroud masks not only your clothes, but your face and fingerprints. It modulates your voice and sweetens your breath. Science, that's how. The beauty is they don't expect it. The shroud is the only one of its kind. We humans have a tendency to overlook the unexpected. Activate the disguise, walk past someone. What do they see? A figure dressed like a fellow employee. Don't act odd. They won't focus on you. Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay.
Okay, what was the place we wanted to go?
Start
Start with a
see me
G.
in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
Groundbreakers. I don't think I have any botch, do I? Haha, excellent. It still looks so wrong. He's using a shotgun. Alright, whatever. Where's navigation? Ah, here we are. Well, first let's go to Captain's quarters.
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it? That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120, A2 model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
Ha.
Your user preferences have been updated, Captain. In the event we are about to crash into an asteroid, remain silent.
Hello. I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch. Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was. He meant funny as in odd. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us. Or because they were hoping their own kid would get the job and get sent back to Edgewater. When folk go away for schooling, they don't get back to where they begun. Not usually. You go straight to your first job, wherever the company's got an opening. I reckon you could say, no thanks, I don't want a job. But then you don't got a job. They're powerful good tests. They rattled off this whole list of names who'd worked on them, with fancy bits hanging off them. Doctors and esquires and the thirds. Even if you don't believe they actually catch what everybody's best at, everybody's got to take them. So at least it's fair-ish. Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow and I've blown another deadline. Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling. There were a whole lot of reading, not nearly enough doing. Like, before they'd issue you a wrench, they wanted an essay on the design of different wrenches. Then there'd be quizzes on company regulations for storage and maintenance of wrenches. As soon as I got permission, I spent all my time in the machine shop. They had all manner of parts, but they didn't want me using them, so I had to sneak them sometimes. I even slept in there. Had a hammock tied up in the rafters. Before I left, I installed a little skylight for myself, so I could see the stars. When an engine came in, I'd strip it down and rebuild it. I mostly built for myself. Custom tools, little mechanical critters to talk to. When my roommates tried to talk, I'd get so nervous I'd be drenched in sweat. It was easier for everybody when I stayed off on my own. I doubt any of them remember me now.
Hey, Kenneth. I have no idea. I don't think I've ever had a sound notification.
Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower.
I don't know, man.
He made a little grunt when I squeezed.
It's all good. We haven't been going that long. Only 40 minutes anyway. Glad you caught us. How's your day been, by the way?
Oh, I miss him, sure enough. But he's a fond memory. I was right beside him when he passed, holding his hand.
We took the power modulator, fixed the ship, and took off.
Said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it.
So we're in space now.
How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting.
We had to decide between the new...
Look at the time. Sorry to bend your ear so long. And I got so much to do before the ship's in decent shape.
We pulled the power from the city and sent it to the new camp. So we chose, and then basically, but when we went back to the city, a lot of the workers were wondering what was going on and everything, and we confronted the boss, like that gangster guy. Well, he's not really a gangster, but he's kind of like in charge of the place. And we had to take the power regulator so we could fix the ship, and then we took off.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
Character respecification. Choosing to respec refunds all your spent skill and perk points. Then you can spend them in a different way. Price to respec will increase each time you use the machine. Okay, I don't want to do that right now, but that's interesting. Nope. Don't want to spend 500. Crack. Oh god. Oh right, I was going to go to the captain's quarters. Wait, what? Spacer's Choice found a flaw in you. Uh-oh. Flaw tutorial. During your adventures, things may happen to your character that can trigger a flaw offer. Taking a flaw is optional, but doing so provides you with a perk. The choice is yours. I don't like the word flock. What? Acrophobia. After repeat... Oh, this is funny. After repeatedly falling from great heights, you no longer function well when the ground is... when the ground is far beneath you. Effects: phobic, dexterity -1, perception -1, temperament -1. Reward 1 per point. I'm going to say 0, but that's hilarious because I keep falling, like jumping off of large heights, and that's what I joked about the crack. That's pretty cool, actually. I like that. Because that actually is based on my playstyle. What is this? Okay, so this is the captain's... Oh, I forgot to mention in my previous message. Silly me. I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of, well, steel. It's not exactly board approved, so don't go showing it around to your spacer buddies. Hope it will amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Wink, wink. Now, who's Udom? Oh, it's too bad they don't do it by conversation. That'd be easier to follow. Dearest Alex, I can't tell you how pleased I am to finally hear from you. Your message was hilarious. I'm delighted by your sense of humor and the tale of your hijinks. I hope that your terminal will cooperate for the foreseeable future. By the by, I was scraping Groundbreaker's comms network for some tasty little tidbits, and I noticed you declined to dock at Edgewater's landing pad, and instead touched down in the wilderness. You rugged individualist, you. I only pray that that idiot Oh, I only pray that idiot Thompson wasn't giving you any trouble. Anyway, I hope your meeting down on Terra 2 proves fruitful. And I look forward to corresponding with greater regularity. Your best friend, Udon. Okay, let's go to the next. Let's do the sent one. Oh, okay. It seems like that's on order. Yep. Okay, it's gonna be complicated. Alex, I don't know where you were raised, but I'd hazard to guess that it may have been a barn, because anyone with even a modicum of decent rearing would know it's unforgivably rude to ignore the ardent, sincere messages of one's friends. Best, Udon. P.S. Please respond. Dear Alex, I hope this finds... Hello. I hope this finds you well. It was a pleasure to see you in my office again last week. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about the impounding mix-up. How could it have happened a second time? Terminals these days, I swear. Dreadfully unreliable. Aha, just like your ship. I hope you've given some thought to that thing we discussed. You know, about the Wells fellow. I'm so sorry to press, but I have the strangest tickling feeling that you really do know him. And if you could just tell me where he is, well, it'd be marvelous for our friendship, wouldn't it? Looking forward to seeing you again, wingman. Wink, your best friend, Udon. Hey, Carolyn, how you doing? Oh, no worries, Archie. Dear Alex, hello, Udon here, Udon Bedford. We met when I accidentally impounded your ship. My silly fat finger is embarrassing me once again. I hope that wasn't terribly inconvenient, or too terribly inconvenient for you. It was such a pleasure for me. And I tremendously appreciate your forbearance and not throttling me. You really are quite the gentleman. If you're ever in Groundbreaker's airspace, well, space, please don't hesitate to look me up. The Lost Hope serves Spectrum vodka. Perhaps we could try every color. You know, really tie one on. Let me know. Your new friend. Oh, these are... Okay, we're reading these backwards in sequence. Interesting. So it started here, and then all of a sudden he gets so familiar. Now he's best friend. Okay. So let's read that one response. Hey, Bodhi. I know. Well, I'm back to streaming regularly again, so it'll be more often now. Hope you're doing well, though. How have you been, Carolyn? Okay, so let's look at sent, and we'll look at what Alex sent. Look, there's no call for shouting. My terminal was busted. Had a few too many, and might have knocked it off the desk. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta cut loose. I'm not telling you where Wells is, so lay off. Buy me a drink at the Lost Hope next time I'm in, and I might forgive you. I'm glad to hear it, buddy. So this is interesting. I like reading I just like the writing in this game. It's a lot of fun. Okay, log entry. Titled Shrink Ray. Note to self. Remember this later. No better. ADA. Or ADA. That's the name of the ship's computer. Remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No Ada. Not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Back to my point. I saw in actuality, with my own two eyes, a sublimely powerful weapon in Wells's lab. Just sitting there for the taking. If the gray hair were to look away or forget about it, maybe. Or if I had asked a smidgen more nicely. He called it a shrink ray, but he wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by the achievements of other scientists who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. Oh, no worries, Bodhi. Have a good one. Where was I? Okay, I had heard rumors of fantastical weapons like this one. Weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science's cutting edge. But I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying eyes on Wells's shrink ray firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more to rumors. More to be had. Okay, this one's Hammer Power. The last time I got sloshed, was imbibing on the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. Look, you dumb. Look, Udom was really free with the drinks. He seems like an okay fellow. I shamelessly but subtly eavesdropped on two Mardets yammering on about a mad scientist some years back who claimed he'd made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like, none of us have ever heard that one before. But here is the good part. The Mardets said the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat sure fits the bill. It could be another one of the weapons that inspired Wells. Yeah, people have said that. I think I'd be curious to try something. The other thing people talked about was the typing. I'd do a typing one. It could be fun. We'd see. A couple of us have always talked about doing, like, reading a couple of the books from Skyrim, too. We'll have to see, but it could be an interesting idea, just for fun. Black Market Leads. Captain's Note, SW003. Black Market Leads. Why won't Wells just give the shrink ray to me? Blast him to the depths of the labyrinth on Tartarus and back. Let the records show I did apologize for shutting him down 5 times. But, architect be damned, it's just sitting there, neglected and gathering dust. I should have commandeered it and thanked him without permission, or, breaking expensive equipment when he sold it wasn't ready yet. Wait, what? Oh, when he said it wasn't ready yet. And that even if it were, he wouldn't entrust it to someone like me. What does that even mean, I ask? That I'm not trustworthy enough? That I'd use it to wipe out the good, hardworking folks of the colony, like some sort of moralist psycho? I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associations, but I follow a strict code of me, myself, and mine. What's not to respect in that? Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wells forgets or thinks he's misplaced it. In the meanwhile, I have been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to others of these science weapons throughout Halcyon. If gossip proves true, my next step will be to check with the black market merchants on Groundbreaker and in Fallbrook. Oh, cool, Chris. Let me know how you find it. I'm really liking all the writing in this game. Hey, level up! Holographic Shroud. The holographic shroud projects a disguise on you and your companions that gives you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in being attacked on sight. Yeah, I like the writing of this game a lot. Okay, we got 10 points and a perk. So let's do. I don't use melee at all. I don't use defense at all. Ranged I use. Let's put 2, dialogue 2, stealth 2, tech 2. I'm gonna say leadership 2. Just cuz. Alright, let's do a perk. Okay, so we're running out of ones here. Vendor prices reduced. Okay, I don't always use the slow time thing though. Lone Wolf, I haven't been a Lone Wolf since we got our first thing. Okay, so increase walk speed, increase sprint speed, high maintenance. Wait a second. So take better care of your weapons. Okay, that sounds interesting. Precision. After some unsanctioned adjustments, the workbench's sight alignment tool is much more accurate. Resilient. Okay, increased base armor rating. That's interesting. That I don't care about. Okay, so recharges faster. That's interesting. Okay, you can travel while unencumbered, or when encumbered, over encumbered. Okay, I'm gonna say either slow the world, quicken the dead, armor rating. Oh, okay, durability. Okay, increased weapon and armor durability. Resilient increases. I gotta do increases the base armor or this one. I'm gonna do armor. That'll help you live longer. Done. Alright, so should we sleep? Let's sleep. Okay, let's go to Groundbreaker. Why do I have to pick it? This is my... I don't see why I have to pick it. Light assault rifle. Ooh, hello. Taking it. Okay, so let's choose our place to go. Oh, neat. Okay. Wait, Groundbreaker. Are we already here? Oh, okay. Independent orbital station in the remains of Halcyon's first colony ship, captained by Junlei Tennyson and run by descendants of the original crew. Phineas's lab, Terra 2. So where are we currently? We can't go to Tartarus yet, apparently. They're all names of Greek mythological creatures, or people for the most part, well, or places like Tartarus. Terra is just another word for Earth. Olympus. Oh, what's this one? It's not marked. Okay, let's go to Groundbreaker. Center of player. Okay. Oh, I see. This little thing means that's where we are. Get it. Done. Oh, this reminds me of, cool. Oh, what? Why did it shake like that? Okay, Sophie's Choice Travel Advisory. Welcome to the system map. Here you can see all the planets in the system, as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location you have unlocked, though some loading bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work.
Arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Okay.
Welcome back, Captain.
Thank you.
How can I be of assistance?
Wait, what? I'm in the mood for some entertainment?
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's Choice.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually
Hey, Knock.
obligated to label
How's it going?
this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song.
We just picked up the power module and we've left that planet. And we're searching for a guy that can translate that book that's in French. And apparently he's at this space station, so we just traveled to it. Oh, nice. How was it?
Why are obtuse angles so depressed? Because they are never right.
Yeah.
As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all direct orders. What part of the colony would you like to discuss? Ah, yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destination.
Pumpkin cannons? What?
To land on. His
Seriously, that's
more
awesome.
so than most. The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells.
Oh, so this is the guy that had all the
measured
weapons.
Precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I instruct them. There is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall I engage the laser weapons system?
Oh, wow.
A sensible choice, as we do not have any laser weapons.
That's funny.
Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss? We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker if that's your desired destination. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously. I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship. order does not compute. Nevertheless, I will endeavor to execute my current and future tasks without lip. The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. It has since been repurposed as a service station in the Lagrange point of the system. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with station representatives in what is considered a truly neutral territory within the system. I have filed the required docking forms in triplicate, and fees have been paid. How can I be of assistance? What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
So this is rare that I actually want to listen to all the text.
Where
I just enjoy it.
Edgewater is the sparkling county seat of Emerald Vale, or it was when first built. Since then, neglect and time have worn away her shiny veneer. The town is near the coordinates where Captain Hawthorne died. It would not be unfortunate if something, like say, a plague, were to wipe Emerald Vale from the face of the planet. Since you diverted power to the deserters, the botanical lab is thriving. However, Emerald Vale's cannery shut down, leading to a total collapse of Edgewater's population. Thank you, Captain. You mean the ones who did not answer my distress call with medical assistance, but instead came to issue my injured captain a parking ticket? I'm sure they are wonderful humans who don't deserve to be wiped out by starvation or a devastating plague. I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
What? Okay.
Let's talk when you're free.
Free.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson. I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean.
I do.
I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff. Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
I like the writing for her. I like the writing all over the place in this game.
Return in one piece, Captain.
You got it. Okay, so can we... I guess they're both selected. I guess I can't... Wait. I don't understand. Oh, I see. There's little lights at the bottom. I don't understand what the 110 of... Oh, I see. That's how much I'm carrying. Haha. They can carry 10 pounds. Well, isn't that lovely? Onward. Yeah, I love these, like, old school... They look like old school science fiction illustrations. I enjoy it quite a bit. Well, not all of them. Some of them are just, like, science-y. And I like that little, the little moon character. It's not as good as Vault Boy, but it's pretty good. Hello? It's really...
Your ship's manifest. Standard procedure. Welcome to Groundbreaker, by the by.
Can we not actually talk to you?
Still reviewing your manifest. Why not head on over to the
Hey, Lush.
Lots to keep you occupied.
How's your day been?
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a toss ball.
Hey, no offense, but I don't think this walking Saltuna can's gonna appreciate you interrupting.
Keep talking, Millstone. See what happens. Now's not a good
Yeah,
time
same here.
dealing with the problem here.
So, go space
Oh,
yourself.
cool, Knock. I'll check it
Problem
afterwards.
solved.
You must really want a truncheon through your teeth.
I'm still way behind on Discord.
Do what you want. I'm done here.
Whatever you heard, it's all true.
Haven't heard anything.
I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night,
Oh,
my
toss
foreman
ball.
comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick.
Ugh.
Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Hey, Mushari, I'm doing well. How's it going with you?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? So your ship's got a dark and violent history? This is just too perfect. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time. Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I'm guessing we can recruit this guy.
See you around, boss.
Wait, can we recruit him?
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
No, it's all good. No worries, Archie.
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
I can't talk to you?
Going for a stroll around the docking base?
I thought for sure I could recruit you. Alright, man. Have a good night. I'm glad things are going better.
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
You'll learn to keep your eyes to yourself in my job.
Hey, we know that guy. Sedition, forgery, conspiracy, conspiracy to commit conspiracy, unlicensed medical practice, destruction of board property.
That's quite the impressive list of infractions.
For several counts of public intoxication, destruction of groundbreaker property, unpaid docking fees, and resisting arrest. Contact Commandant Senida if you have any information concerning Magred's whereabouts. Failure to report a tip may result in imprisonment and a fine. Proof of kill required to collect reward. Interesting. So much propaganda in this game. Taste the freedom with Spacer's Choice. Doesn't sound like a lot of freedom.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Hello, you.
Identification, please.
It's right here.
Captain Hawthorne, you said.
Ah, boo.
In advance, I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably. You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford.
Oh no!
Representative here on
That's the guy who wrote us all those messages. Who wanted to be our best
Located along
friend.
the starboard wall of the promenade.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Like a Byzantium commode.
We read all those messages at the beginning. He's like,
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations.
If I had to take a guess as to why...
Oh, it allows you to look back on your previous answers, and so you can see like a transcript of everything that was said before, which I think is pretty cool. I don't know why more games don't do that. Yeah, I know, right?
You take the starch out of them, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you...
Kind of surprised it hasn't been done before.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay.
I'm doing all the optional quests because I'm having a lot of fun with this game.
Be so obliged to get off my ass about it. A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Hey, Photon. I needs more cowbell. I don't rush.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with? The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly. Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right. You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony. He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all. He's our liaison. They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop out of this colony. All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top and manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them. You mean the heat? Sure, we could make them fix it. But what would they do in retaliation?
Photon.
They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year. Sure thing. Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though. Are you pulling my leg? Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the board. Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it.
I don't think it's that bad, but there were a couple eye movements that were a little jaggy. I think it's also a style thing. Like this one isn't. It's more almost a little cartoon or comic style. It seems a bit, at least the other stuff. So I'm kind of just going with it.
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been dethawed,
There haven't been any
and
major
dropped
bugs or
the
problems I've
original
run into
crew of
yet,
the
so
Groundbreaker decided they
I
rather liked the
rated above
spacefaring
that
life.
for now.
I guess that was the start of our
And
independent spirit.
I'm enamored with the
Yeah,
writing. I think
here
it's
we are.
hilarious sometimes. Yeah, that's true. They were quite good.
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only
already
real
listened to
independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year. Glad to help. They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Jun Lei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
Yeah, the looking back and forth for her is a little little twitchy. But it's only from the side angle, I find. I think it varies from character to character.
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family, you know.
I'm kind of enjoying. I'm doing it on purpose though. I don't mind the writing. I think it's kind of funny. This guy's a little boring, but whatever. I'm also trying to see because basically, if you uncover things in dialogue, it actually helps in the quests. So it gives you more dialogue options later. So that's why I'm trying to cover everything.
Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look
Hey, Dolphin.
close at your work history.
Of course it does. Glad you made it, man.
All right. Be seeing you.
All right, so let's go talk to. Yeah, it's been kind of a quiet day for me too. Okay, that's Sanita. Who are you? That guy? Oh. Quest objective requires you to enter a restricted area. If caught inside, you will be shot on sight. Uh-oh. Using a disguise will prevent immediate hostilities.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
Right, so how do we use that, what's it called? So how do we know it's restricted?
I picked up this weird signal the other day.
Okay, I'm gonna save it just in case I... If anybody has any questions, let me know. I'll give you the heads up on anything. That guy's the vicar. We recruited him from
Monarch. It's a wasteland. You were hearing things.
Okay, that's restricted. That's not good.
There was a lot of static at first, but then this voice said his name was Graham?
Graham, right. Broadcasting on a dead world full of monsters. Now.
Yeah, I know. I hear you, Photon.
You know, it takes more.
Okay, what was I doing? Oh, right. Okay, so this is Gladys. That's the main quest. Let's do some side quests here. Empty man. Why is this? Wait. Security terminal. Okay. Blah blah. Okay, let's go meet the. Let's go meet the engineer. I don't think I can go this way, can I? We'll find out. Ooh, look at this. I love the design of these places. I don't know, it's fun. It kind of reminds me a bit of BioShock. Just the kind of look of it. Oh yeah, definitely. I said earlier, I think yesterday, that I'm planning on playing the whole series. So sometime in the next week or so, we'll start that. Just to get some different stuff planned. I want to get to number 3, because I've got all of them except for 3.
Didn't the board rep's office used to be in the docking bays?
Yeah, about 10 years back. That was before.
Photon. But yeah, I'm excited to get into that. Especially good since they just released the remastered version. Looks like their resolution hasn't improved. Greasy. Auntie Cleo's. Let's talk to this guy.
Hearty greeting, potential customer. Welcome to Auntie's Kitchen, a home-style consumable protein dispensary. May this unit dispense proteins for your ingestion.
I'm always trying to find named characters, because... Wait a second, I can't open this? Hello. Oh, I don't want to pick that.
Those XF411s? And an old Yakita 3.7?
Oh, she's excited.
I think they'd let me peek at the power plant.
The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage.
I'm kind of worried that our future might be very similar to
Thought
this.
there'd be more machinery. Must be housed on a sub-level.
I could spend all day in here and not have looked at half the best stuff.
In terms of like the corporate...
Junlei, Tennessee.
We'll see.
I'm captain around here, but chief to my friends.
Oh, I didn't know she was captain. I thought she was the...
Groundbreaker doesn't see many visitors.
I thought she was the engineer.
I heard we had someone in impound. Wish I could help. I gave the bureaucrats a motive authority over freight traffic, and it rankles them good when I challenge it. Just so we understand each other, I'm the final word on the ship. The Mardits, the crew, the engineers, their family. I hope there won't be any problems while you're visiting.
Yeah, it's awesome, Dolphin. We got a lot of awesome people around here. It's my favorite part about streaming.
Good. Don't go making trouble, and chances are you won't find any. That's how I like it here. So what brings you to Groundbreaker? I'm curious, even though 9 times out of 10 the answer's just passing through.
Just passing through.
Interesting. The powers that be paint an ugly picture of Monarch. Critters and such. Maybe someone in the promenade can get you the right weapon for the job. We see a lot of the same faces coming and going. Most of them board spies and corporate sprats. Makes it hard to trust outsiders. You seem different, so welcome aboard.
Yay.
What? I didn't think you just...
Yeah.
Parvati, is it? That's a lovely name. What can I do for you?
I was just thinking, I haven't got much experience working with actual, real spaceships, Miss Junlei. Chief Junlei.
Junlei is fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since you
The voice
run our
acting's
space
quite good, I
station,
find.
I was wondering if, well, maybe you could teach me some things. I could message you later, maybe?
I'd be happy to make the time, Parvati. You can ask
Hey,
for
Cass.
anything.
I hope it goes quick. Oh, quicker now.
Wow, great. I'll do that then. Messages. Later. Oh, your name's pretty too. I should have said... Sorry.
She's so awkward.
Honest. Sorry.
Photon.
couldn't have done it without your moral support, Captain.
Now, if there's nothing else, there are other parts of the ship begging for my attention. Groundbreaker's radiators need replacement parts. They're dumping superheated air into my ship.
Oh, nice. It'd be nice to have a day off.
My engineers have managed to keep the heat to livable levels, but all the fixes are temporary. This wound is bound to fester.
Uh-oh.
Only the board has access to new parts, and I won't let them swindle me into a corner.
Oh, I didn't even notice you can see the heat waves in the background. That's kind of cool. I like that detail.
They want us to sweat, thinking that'll soften me up for a bad faith deal. If you'll excuse me, they can go fuck themselves.
Haha. Okay, I like her.
The board isn't helping, and my resources are spread thin. If I don't get those radiators back online,
Okay, let's help them.
Groundbreaker, everyone on board will be cooked alive. Reasonable, huh? That's the best news I've heard all day. According to my grandmother's old schematics, the parts we need should be in the back bays.
Not in this playthrough. I mean, not in this stream. We did a lot of combat last stream. And the first stream. We just got to this new area.
I keep diligent records of station repairs, requisitions, and available assets, just like my grandmother taught me.
Yeah.
The station's radiators haven't changed since
It just,
her time.
because we were
And her
finishing
records
off
say the
that
parts should be
planet,
there.
so, well, I'm
Because
sure we'll
of
get some here.
The back bays are on a lower deck, long abandoned and a haven for miscreants.
That means
now.
we're going to be fighting them. Oh, this one does. You just don't get to see your character because for some reason they didn't, they don't allow third-person perspective.
I have. One of my engineers, plus a small security detail. They didn't come back. I can't afford to lose any Mardits on this job.
Like, I
No
can't.
offense, but a freelancer like you is more dispensable.
Yeah, it's weird because if you sit too long, it goes to third perspective and rotates just like Skyrim. So it's weird they didn't allow it.
Nice and pragmatic. Thanks for understanding. Good. Once you've obtained the parts,
Alright, let's go get
proceed to
those.
the
That's my
next
number
phase of
one.
repairs.
So, like, you do look different. Like, this is, it does change based on what you're wearing. And it does look different in game. Same with which, oh, wait a second, what am I doing? Same with which weapon you're using. Also, if you have a helmet. I turned off showing the helmet because I like it better without. But it goes for everybody. Am I stealing? Yeah, I guess I am. Yeah, of course. Oops. It's a setting in, here we go. See, that's her with the helmet on. And that's me with the helmet. I just find it easier to be able to tell who your companions are in a fight without having the helmets on because the enemies tend to wear the helmets. That's why I turned it off. But yeah, I prefer it without. Otherwise, it's like a whole bunch of the same end. Like, it's more difficult to tell. Yeah, we interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. I feel TV is like that often. I kind of enjoy this. It's kind of cynical. Back bays, that was convenient. And I love in these like loading screens of like classic sci-fi kind of like cover art. And other stuff too. I mean, there's other types of things, but I really enjoy this. And the loading's pretty fast, which is nice.
Hey, McRed, were you expecting any company?
A neighbor from above approaches our realm.
Are we fighting?
Back away now.
Wait, this guy's a...
Parley with the king.
This guy is the wanted man. So far, we're not enemies. Nice burns.
Look at this ripe piece of meat just sizzling on the grill.
Okay, I'm gonna have to kill this guy.
Yum. Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
He's got like Joker's
Is
smile.
this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like? I don't think this deck is too well ventilated.
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome. We got plenty of space to
I still haven't
out,
seen
but only
Warframe.
room for one captain.
Yes, that's true. Oh no! I can't persuade. That's the first.
You stumbled into my court without an invitation, neighbor from above. If you don't have any business, then it's time to light up the grill. No one turns their back on me while I'm holding court. Get her, boys!
Here they come!
Okay, I got a heal. The only problem is it's difficult to know. It's okay. I'm dead. Headshots don't work as well as I'd like them to, but body shots do help. And unfortunately, a lot of your healing is like pure. Like it does so many per second. It's not like immediate, so it's not good for me. I got used to it, but I think I have to get better at hiding. The fabulous Fraser brothers of the Hammersmith Thunder. Hammersmith invites you to come see the greatest tossball backs of all time. And I've also got to get better at issuing commands. But it'll all happen. It's all pretty new still. Boop, 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 boop. Never mind what I said about loading. Just kidding. Okay, let's go. Wait, are we there? Okay, so let's find out, how do I use that, How do I use that, what's this? Holographic Shroud. Okay, so it doesn't say how to use it. Oops, whoops, whoops. Wait, what? I know, Photon. Okay, so how do I don't get how to use this. Maybe it's only for specific situations? I don't know. I guess we didn't go. Oh, I have to hold it. I keep forgetting that. Yay, terror over the frontier. A mysterious stranger threatens our way of life. The destruction of Emerald Vale. A lot of xenophobia in this game. So it's too bad that my... Wait, what is my... Strength is average. Yeah, my strength, I've got to increase my strength. Intelligence is high. Perception is good. Personality. All these things are wonderful. Skills. What did I need for Persuade is only 34. I need 40. So that's not going to happen anytime soon. Surprised I haven't leveled up with her in a while. Wait, you've got a perk? What? Okay, let's do that. Base health, threat generated, I don't care about that. Sneaky and hack. Plus 10? Ooh, that's tough to call. I'm gonna go hack. Okay, let's get ready for this. I don't know how much ammo I have for that. Only 119, I'm keeping that for bots.
Were you expecting any
142.
A neighbor from above approaches our realm. Back away now, or you'll parley with the king.
Should I just attack? Teehee. Are we really sneaking? Teehee. Are we actually getting around this?
Not another step in that direction, friend.
Okay, we're not. I really wish we could persuade. That's really unfortunate. Oh, have a good night, Kenneth. Thanks, man.
Look at this.
See, he's got a smile scar.
Meat just sizzling on the grill. Yum yum.
That's gross.
Time to feed the flames. It's nothing personal. Promise.
Is this what carbon monoxide poisoning looks like?
Yeah, her looks back and forth are a little janky, but...
Speaking for myself, Captain, I am not of a mind to be murdered by a psychopath who plays with fire.
You came with the crew. Welcome.
Hey, we hit 10 likes. Thanks,
we got
guys.
Plenty of space to spread out, but only room for one captain.
I want to persuade.
No one turns their back on.
All right, so. Bye. Medical drone? He's using a shotgun. Oh snap! Stop, 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 stop. Got it. Okay, we gotta heal somehow. Okay, so what is this? This base health plus 25%? Sure. Should have done that before. What are you? Nope, already done that. Let's eat some bread. Plus 200%. This, see, that's the highest I've found so far is plus 200%. See, it's not very fast. Ah, sorry. Yeah. Alright, I survived after all. See how slow that is? We already took all this stuff. Good. Good. Engineer, poor guy. Oh, that's the guy that she sent down there. It's fun. Wait, what? Opti goggles? I mean, I'm not dying as much as I probably should because I'm not super, I don't do a lot of dodging. I mean, my dodge sucks. Why is this stealing if I've killed them off? But whatever, I'm having fun with it. That's the important part. What? Can I... You're gonna fight me? Maybe? I want to use this guy. What? It's coded as an enemy, but it's not doing anything. I'm guessing it's gonna wake up at some point. Boo. Wait, I gotta go check the body. I gotta get the finger. Where's the crazy... Weird. Where's the big guy? Where's the big guy? Okay, I don't... Oh, we're too far. Wait, why can't I search him? That's annoying. What? Okay, I'm supposed to be able to take this guy's finger. Crud. Here, I'm gonna go talk to the... See if I can get that contract. I want that money. So I guess I can't take... It's really weird. You have to take the finger of the bounties. And that's how you get paid. But I couldn't search him for some reason. Unless I already have it, in which case I just wasted time. Let's go. Kieran and Cameron Fraser. I don't have the finger. Right, so where was... Wait, so where... I forget the person's name. Okay, it's bad. I think it's this way.
Have you seen this man? Reward offered for information leading to the capture of noted terrorist Phineas Wells. Report any sightings to your local board embassy.
Hold on.
Who's this person? Okay, we haven't been here. I want to talk to this security person. Private Taylor. Haven't seen him in days. And where are we on the toilet clog? If Chief Guying taught me anything, it's that a crew's morale is proportional to the quality of their outhouse. You take away the crew's plumbing, you take away their privacy and dignity. So let's get that toilet fixed. Even though it's been nigh on 20 years since our last meetup on Groundbreaker, I was hoping we could get the old gang back together. I understand that things have changed. Some of us are long-range haulers, some of us gone corporate. Some of us are likely dead, and some of us are on Tartarus and not reading this message, but I haven't lost hope. No one responded to my last invite. I hope that means your schedules are full up with family gatherings and job opportunities. Stay free, freelancers. Hi all. So I just got off ice from a roundup on Dashkova. 2 years out, 2 years back. Imagine my surprise when we de-thawed and Groundbreaker comms told us our docking was going to be delayed. 1 hour into 5. Oh, 1 hour turned into 5. Then days went by. In the end, we spent an entire goddamn week waiting for a berth on this fucked bolt bucket. And because we were kicking our heels all that time, not a one of us got paid. I don't know about you, but I got expenses, a family I don't see often enough, debt you wouldn't fucking believe. And even if I'm not working, I still got to make my payments. Does that seem proper to you? Don't we conveyors have rights? We should do something about this. If you agree, leave a message here and I'll respond when I get back from the Gensan in 3 years. Iceman out. To those of you who have raised concerns about the quality of Groundbreaker's victuals, yes, I'm aware the promenade stinks. Allow me to put the matter to rest. Our ancestors didn't rise from humble beginnings on a diet of spratwurst and borst, but that's the reality of life up here. If you can't salt it, can it, and zip it up in a pouch, then we're not picky about calling it food. Spacers make do with what they have, and what we have is smelly meat, lots of salt, and 11 kinds of mustard last time I counted. Try and enjoy it. This is a general notice about our impound policies. If the board impounded your ship, take it up with the board. Their assembly is the gaudy building opposite Sublight's warehouse. Send them your questions, outstanding fees, and hate mail, especially hate mail. If Groundbreaker impounded you, pay your damn fees, and don't bother my people, JT. Looking for work? Urgently looking for a new crew to sign with. I've been stuck in Halcyon almost a year now. Don't know what's holding up my next posting. Never had to wait so long to get on another freighter. I'd planned to take one of the rare long hauls back to Earth, but I haven't been able to find any. And even the shorter skips to the inner worlds seem rarer than the outer world routes these days. If anyone has information about upcoming work, please post it here. Well, who wrote that? Down on my luck. Hey, so here's my story. My ship limped into Groundbreaker in a rough state. We couldn't make the repair fees, the docking fees, refueling, or the fees for not being able to pay your fees. So I'm kind of stuck here. Then they took our ship and sold it off as scrap. As scrap. Now my credit is shot to hell and corporate freighters won't hire me on. I'm hoping someone with a bunk to spare and places to go is feeling charitable. Thanks for listening. This notice has been posted 56 times in 632 days. Why don't they say the name of these people? I want to recruit them. Alright, well that was fun. How about you? New person? Nope. Okay, so where did I come in? Medical Bay, Spacer's Choice. Okay, I know I came in and I was facing a whole bunch of... I must have come in from this way. Yeah, I think I came in from this way.
I had a question about your plan, Mr. Vicker.
Of course. The cosmos is generated and directed by the universal equation, also known as the Grand Plan. By contemplating the teleological order of things, one can achieve verity. Oh, right. You had a question?
Never mind. That about answers it.
T. Okay, security. Why can't I talk to these guys about, Oh, I can talk here.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time, nor loitering. Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
We've already beaten them. Oh, okay, apparently we did it.
Here's the bounty payout.
Normally they ask for fingers. Maybe it's just the other guys that wanted that.
With any luck, we can hire more sharp-eyed bounty hunters like you in the future. With that bastard McRed dead, there ain't much else in the offing. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. The outlaw scientist fella, right. The board's had it out for him for ages. If you have an inkling of the wheres or what fors of his location, Udon Bedford would surely like to hear it. To the board, yeah. You've read his wanted poster. Whole list of things to get their unders in a wad. But he's never done nothing to Groundbreaker, so I've no problem with him. We keep the poster up to keep the peace is all. Do I look like your gossipy best friend? While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand?
Okay.
Then get to business or get moving. We're the security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know. The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit, Trailward Fleet. Folks started calling us Mardettes because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
How'd you get in there? It's supposed to be restricted.
Hi there. Haven't seen you around before.
That's correct.
What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today? This is the security desk, ma'am. If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to talk to Commandant Sanita. I'm not authorized to take incident reports anymore.
Ollie, what happened?
I'm not so good at filing. Mix up first name and surname 1, 2, 7 times. Well, folks are liable to start taking your filing privileges away. Less than there used to be. Fewer freighters passing through these days. I spend some shifts just listening to the wireless. There's been a whole heap of good advertisements lately.
Oh, God.
Sometimes I tune in just for those. Sure, and stuff from outside the system too, off the interstellar freighters. That's why we also have so many armed Mardettes on duty here. We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, it's not... we just don't. You did take care of McRed. About the only thing that'd make Commandant Sanita happier is if this heat problem were fixed too. Maybe she'd give you a thank you tour after that? All right, I guess. In and out, though. Just try not to do any shady stuff. I'd like to keep my job.
Hey. Alright guys, give me a sec. I'm just gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that.
This is the simple truth. We are all molecular machines. The body is a collection of atoms. The mind is a consequence of chemical reactions. Therefore, our lives are predestined along a path that is only visible in retrospect. Life is fated and unstoppable.
I don't know, Mr. Vicker. That seems like quite a leap.
Reward offered for information leading to the report any sightings to your local board.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly
Good
scheduled
law, the heat in
advertisement
here
for
is
the
so
following
unbearable I can hardly even concentrate.
Remember anti...
I keep forgetting about holding it. Oh, hi. How did I not see this? That would have been useful. Oh, man. That would. Oh, there's still guys here. Okay, let's go. Geese are pretty vicious. Actually reminds me I want to play that game, Untitled Goose. Or Untitled Goose Game, or whatever it's called.
Today's my birthday.
Here we go.
No, we're good.
You're mine.
How do you even know where I am? Oh, it's all good, Lush. Oh, can we do it like a stealth kill? Why can't I search you guys? Okay, you know what? I don't want to... It's all good, Lush. I know what you mean. Oh, I have to steal stuff? I don't want to steal yet. Can I hack you? Yes, I can.
Superbly executed.
I don't know why I can't search that one. Oh, is this is where another one is? Okay. I kept marks them. Hey. Okay, so 10. So what did I want? I wanted dialogue, but this doesn't really matter. But why can't I? Huh? Oh, never mind. I did the wrong thing. Oh, neat. Once you get to 50, you can do direct... Okay. I like that. My intimidate is really low. Do I have a perk? Nope. I may as well get rid of the last guy. I don't get why I'm stealing all this stuff. Okay, let's go see him.
Can you imagine being frozen for 10 years, sailing through space in a room such as this?
I don't get why you count as an enemy. Oh snap! Maybe I should have done that. This is pretty cool. Fall off. Yep, I'll take everything. Weird. I wonder why he wouldn't, or they wouldn't, it wouldn't attack me. Is there another one over here that's like that? We can sleep. Let's sleep. Don't worry about those enemies that are nearby. It's all good. This reminds me of Star Wars. All the red lights. That's why we can't pry that open. Wait, how's she right up?
I'm honored.
Mercy from me.
What is going on here? Oh snap! You see him? He fell apart.
Their death, our survival.
Hey, Evie. I don't know. I like it a lot. I liked Fallout 4 a lot too, but it's got a lot of, it has a lot of similarities with the Fallout series. I've only played probably 9 hours, so I can't say overall, but I do enjoy it quite a bit. I'd recommend it if you like Fallout. Sorry guys, one sec. Alright, let's get into it. I don't get why I'm stealing here, but what's all this stuff? Yeah, I will follow it too. I haven't actually tried much of 76. I picked it up for cheap the other day. I have very, very low expectations. I wish they'd just done another single player or just held off until they could release one. And the fact they just announced that paid subscription model to be able to have private servers, to me, feels a little dirty for them to have pulled. But I still can't wait till the next one. Unfortunately, now it's likely to be a long way away. Because they've still got to bring out, what's it called? Starfield, I think it's called. And the next Elder Scrolls, probably before the next Fallout. What am I doing? Are there any more enemies? I think we're done. No, we've been here, haven't we? Yeah, I know. I only picked it up because it was dirt cheap. I have very low expectations. Like, I just wanted to see. I was curious to see what it was rather than thinking I'd actually like it. The second they said multiplayer, I was disappointed. And not only that, but they don't even have any like computer NPCs. It's all human players. So everything apparently happens through computers. So yeah, it just wasn't a bad decision. I mean, it was a bad decision. It was just a bad decision overall. I don't know what they were thinking. It actually made me kind of lose faith a bit in Bethesda. So I really hope they pull it off with the next two games. But this game's done by the guys that did Fallout New Vegas, which is a really good game. And a lot of the guys from Obsidian were on, were part of Black Isle. I forget what it's called, Black Isle Studios, something like that did some of the original Fallouts. So this is kind of like a spiritual successor. A bit more sci-fi. Like it almost is kind of like a mix between like Bioshock and Fallout, but with a more futuristic bent rather than kind of retro. I like it quite a bit, and the writing's quite good.
You've returned, and in one piece. Color me impressed. Good work. I'll take those. I need you to head through the large door at the far end of engineering. Take the elevator down into the machinery shaft. There's a terminal in the back. Activate it.
I've played only a little bit of it. I really liked Dragon Age Origins. I've had fun with it so far. We're going to be playing that one more going forward. I just moved into my new place, so I'm just able to stream regularly again. So that'll be one of the games I'll want to stream regularly. It looked really nice. I was surprised because I think it was a launch title. If not, it was a really early title for PS4. And it looks pretty nice. I never played Dragon Age 2, but as I said, I really liked Origins back on the PS3. So there's a lot of DLC that's supposed to be decent. So I think I've only done one stream of that so far. So I'd have to do a couple more to get a good feel for it. But I enjoyed it a lot. I'll do one sometime this week. I haven't figured out my schedule yet for what game. If I'm going to do, like... I used to do that, where, like, Monday was this game, Tuesday was this game, Wednesday was this game. I haven't done that yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to, or if I'm just going to play whatever. Like, rotate, like, 4 or 5 games over the course of the week. But there will be one this week. I'm looking forward to getting into that one, too.
More than a few. Less than a hive. Nothing you can't handle. We were salvaging parts from a ship. Turned out there were eggs inside.
I think it was BioWare's last decent game.
And here we are.
I hope they can pull it off too, because I used to really like BioWare. I mean, I really liked. They were one of my reliable developers. Oh, well, I think it still lives up pretty well. I've played it a lot recently, like a lot more recently than I did when it first came out. If you like Fallout, that style of play, Skyrim uses the same engine, so it's very similar. It's more obviously fantasy bent versus sci-fi. But it's first-person RPG. Yeah, I'd recommend it. Why not? You can get it for cheap now, and it's a really good deal. I mean, there's a lot of content for what you'd pay for it. And graphically at the time, it was like groundbreaking. It's still, I mean, there are ways it can be improved for sure, and there are certain things that in the next game we'll expect to see, like that have like evolutions of the game play style. And of course, there are always like bugs with Bethesda games, but I would definitely check it out. They released what was it, 2 years ago, the remastered version on PS3 or Xbox, or if you get it on Steam on PC, it also include all that stuff. I'd say give it a shot. Like, I've played through it I think 3 times in the last year and a half, so I really enjoy it. It's worth giving it a shot, I'd say. Again, because you can get it for so cheap now. One of my favorite games of all time, for what it's worth. Like, that and Fallout are the 2 things I really get excited about from Bethesda. What am I doing?
Well, don't worry, Miss Junlei. We'll be super gentle with the ship. You don't got a thing
I mean,
to worry
some stuff
about.
will be aged, but it's
I mean,
still...
aside from fires.
The world is still beautiful.
I'm genuinely heartened to hear that. Thank you.
What am I doing now? Fix the radiators. Yeah, well, at the time, it was like really groundbreaking.
This is Halcyon News.
Yeah, I'd recommend it.
Your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story.
It's still a great game. I mean, if you can play it for the first time, I'm kind of jealous because like when you've played it a whole bunch of times all the way through, like some of the stuff you're not as surprised. You'll still run across stuff that you hadn't experienced before, but you'll have so many new. Like you'll experience a lot of the story for the first time, and you can do multiple playthroughs and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's a great game. There's no way around it. I think you'd enjoy it if you like that kind of game, like single player. It's pretty cool. Story, I can tolerate a lot of weird gameplay in favor of good story. Like good writing can make an ugly game great. Gameplay is also important, but as long as it's not so bad that it turns me away from wanting to play the game, I guess that's important. But story for me and character development, all that kind of stuff, is what'll make a good game great to me, for what it's worth. But gameplay has to at least be good enough that it doesn't turn me away from wanting to play it. For what? Yeah. I'm trying to think of what an example of bad gameplay with good story would be. But let's say graphics versus story. I definitely would err on story being important. Versus, I mean, I like good graphics, but if it doesn't have a good story, it becomes less important, like substantially less important. Like I'll play old games that look like questionable now. Oh, see, I'm playing Red Dead. I'm playing both of those for the first time. Those are a couple games that I'm really excited about. Witcher 3. That's gonna be one of the games in my regular rotation, and Red Dead 2. I think I kind of have to play it regularly, but I love both those games. I think Witcher 3 might be a bit more up my alley. Red Dead Redemption's gorgeous, and it is fun to play. It's just genre-wise, fantasy's a bit more my game, but both those games I'll be playing regularly. So I can't really say right now where they rank, but I've got high hopes, especially for Witcher 3, but also for Red Dead. My favorites of mine are kind of all over the place, but I love Fallout 3. Mass Effect series was really good. Like Oblivion, which is pretty dated right now, but Skyrim's up there too. Like this is for games in the last 15 years. What else? A couple of the Uncharted's are pretty great. although they're more action-oriented. A couple of the Zelda games. I mean, Breath of the Wild was pretty incredible. I never played Andromeda. I've played 1, 2, and 3. I'll do a playthrough of that series. I do have Andromeda. I just haven't gotten around to playing it yet. I'm trying to think of what else. Yeah, Mass Effect was a great series. I hope it doesn't disappear. What else did BioWare do in the last 15 years? Again, I had a lot of fun with Dragon Age Origins. I'm sure I'm missing things. Like Half-Life 2 was a neat story. For RPGs. I'd really have to look. There's so many games played in the last couple of years. I could even just... Let's see. Just trying to think of games. I liked Fallout 4 a lot. I know people give it a lot of trouble, but I had a lot of fun with it. Done a couple playthroughs of that. Okay, let's look at just playlists. Like, strictly speaking, like RPG or adventure type games. There are a lot of indie games I really liked for the last little while. Like the recent, well, Tomb Raider games, Uncharted, but again, those are more action oriented. Oh, I love BioShock, both the BioShock games. Detroit Become Human was a really good game. I liked it. Some people don't like that style of game, but I do. And Mario Odyssey was good. Is that all I've got? Yeah. That's off the top of my head. Witcher 3 was all-time favorite. Yeah, it's encouraging. I've heard that from a lot of people whose opinion I respect. I'm really excited to kind of like really dive into that. I've got to make it a regular play for me. Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn was a lot of fun too. I really liked that game.
On your back, Captain.
Did I say Last of Us? Last of Us was a lot of fun. Yeah, Uncharted was awesome. Especially number 2 for me. I had a lot of fun with all of them. Number 4 was a lot of fun. We played a lot of that last year. I even liked, what's it called? The Lost Legacy. Hope they bring another one out soon. That was a really cinematic game. I enjoyed that about. Like, it was a really great adventure, action adventure game.
Don't mess with us.
It's funny how I can take stuff in here, but I couldn't up there. Oh, what happened? Why was I on fire?
Bad news. Diagnostic says their circuit boards are fused from the heat, so they're not too picky about who they kill next. Sneak past if you can. Shoot back if you need to.
You play anything good recently? Am I saying your name right, by the way, Avi? I want to make sure I'm not messing that up. Yeah, exactly. It feels really familiar if you're into Fallout. Which is a good thing. It doesn't feel like a rip-off or anything. Again, a lot of these guys were involved in the original games.
Everyone all right?
Okay, sweet. I just know it's annoying when people mispronounce names. even have to go up with a melee weapon. Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's awesome. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm finally at a new place with more reliable internet, so I'll be streaming regularly again. The last 6 months or so I've had to do less because my old place didn't have as good an internet connection, but I got fiber now, and really excited about that. Yeah, it's crazy to think, I guess, that the channel's been going for so long. Again, though, the last 6 months wasn't as much, but I'm excited to get back. Are you playing anything these days?
That's the terminal. I have the parts in position on my side.
Or lately?
Go ahead and cycle the droplet pumps.
Oh.
And if you don't hear nothing, close your hands and then...
Everyone all right?
Oh, plus I built a new computer recently, so it makes it a lot better. I can do 1080p, 60 frames, so it makes a big difference for the quality of the stream. That's something I've been meaning to do for ages. Cycle droplet pumps. Okay. The staff is getting reckless. Or restless. Workaround half-cocked solutions are all we've got to mend Groundbreaker's bones. In many cases, we can't revive one system without cannibalizing another. Grandma lived with that reality, and so will I. I can rally our spirits, but what happens when I'm not around? Groundbreaker's real test will be seeing if our independence outlasts me. I'll take that bet. Yeah, I would have played it on PC, but unfortunately they made it exclusive to the Epic Game Store, which I'm trying not to support. I don't like there's these exclusive agreements for which store they sell them on PC. If it were on stream, I would have bought it on that, but yeah, it seems like there are some improvements that they could make. I've noticed a couple things, but it's still very playable. Found some of Chief Guying's old schematics. Groundbreaker must have taken a beating during the crossing, because she spent half of her career patching it up. Lots of corners cut when they put this place together. Among her papers, I found the layout of a hangar that doesn't match any of my docs. Something that might have gotten sealed off along the way, like blood cells isolating an infection. I hate to put sentiment down in print, but every time I open a panel or find some workaround in the guts of this old bird, it's like I can feel you reaching out from the past, Grandma.
Done. The temperatures are dropping. Stop by once you found your way out of there. Groundbreaker owes you thanks.
So I think it's going to be next year that it comes out on Steam, so I'll pick it up then again. Probably play through it again. See if it's better. It is. It is on... I don't know why I didn't choose to play it on Xbox. I kind of... I heard at least it was on Game Pass, which I have. So I could have saved some money, but I generally tend to like to play things on PS4, given the option. And if I've got the money, I guess, to buy the game. Which... I decided I did. That's not my... I don't know. I could have saved some money, I guess. But yeah, it's pretty... I mean, Game Pass is pretty awesome. I think that's one area where I think the PS4, PS Now, or whatever it's called... Yeah, it's PS Now. It needs to kind of improve to make it comparable. I tried PlayStation Now a couple months ago, back when it was stream only, and I wasn't really that happy with it. If they allow downloads, I heard they do, but I don't know if it's on everything. That would be a big improvement too. Oh, really? That's sweet. I got the deal where if you already had... yeah, I definitely... Especially for free, yeah, for sure. I would, Evie. Yeah, I got it at a deal because I already had Xbox Live, so there's a deal where you could pay like $1 a month for the remainder of your... well, I guess for as long as you're subscribed to Xbox Live, and I was subscribed till next year, so it turned out to be a really awesome deal. I really like it. I mean, I might switch to playing a bit more on the Xbox One as time goes on, but I do really like the PS4 this generation. I mean, PlayStation for this generation. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. It's an awesome deal. Hey, Tony, how's it going? Yeah, exactly, Evie. That's what I've got currently. I've got a list of games I want to play on it. It's a matter of I have to get it set up. It's still in the box. It's still packed away right now.
Hey, Mr. Vickler. Do you ever get a little bit homesick for Edgewater? That ocean stink?
No, I do not.
Groundbreaker's safe from melting to bits now. Lots of good people can rest easy because of you. Well, I didn't expect her to be so tall. And did you see the size of her arms?
What? No. Ooh. Her body.
What? No. Maybe? I don't... It's like somebody reached into my head and pulled out what I didn't know I wanted. You know how hard it is to find anybody who likes working with tools in a little town like Edgewater? I just met her. How could I be? Alls I know is I want to talk with her more. Did you see how everybody on Groundbreaker listens to Junlei? She's just, here's how to fix it. And they trust her. It's just... she's calm and knows what to do. I wish I was half so confident.
I don't want to accidentally send her back to the ship. Okay, so...
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled...
My boards are returning to green. What a weight that is off my shoulders. I don't normally tolerate outsiders mucking about in my station's guts, but you're all right.
Thanks.
The temperature should be dropping as we speak. I'll see to it the crew knows who kept us all from boiling alive. If you've got time, I believe Edna has a comms issue that could use your attention. I've also authorized Doc and Furu to sell you our premium meds.
Hey. Well, those goggles? Let's check that out.
You're right, I don't. The board is after two things, bits and power, and they only get it by sticking their nose where it doesn't belong.
Hey, Diana. How's your day been so far?
I placate them when I have something to offer, but I can also be a real hard-ass. It'd be a joy if I could kick out the corporate merchants and reclaim the docking fees in my lifetime. Too much of Groundbreaker's income is flowing in the wrong direction. I'd like to see that change. You've got my attention. Frustrating. Everything down to the circuit boards is past warranty, so I have the pleasure of making life or death decisions on a shoestring budget. Plus, there's no time to train my successor or document fixes in a way that anyone outside the family would understand. Sure is. The Tennysons came over on the Groundbreaker. My grandmother, Chief Gayen, kept it together during the crossing and until she died.
Oh, where are they selling it for that much?
Only recently, when my mom.
That is far too much. I've seen it for $20
Chief engineer to captain.
or less on Steam.
They must have been amazing people to have taught you all you know, I mean, which is a lot.
That means a lot coming from a fellow engineer.
The only thing I've seen it that high on is the VR version. I've seen it selling for as much as $60 still. Oh, really? That's not good. It shouldn't be that high. It's always like dirt cheap on Steam, especially during a Steam sale. And again, the remastered version should be like $20 or less.
It was different knowing that I couldn't turn to anyone who could answer the tough questions for me. Maybe you can see why I'm protective of Groundbreaker. This ship is family.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're trying to
It's
sell
got
it for $40.
tinkerings and bypasses that only Tennysons know about.
Yeah, I'd say that's more reasonable. Is that American dollars?
You see any bite-sized Tennyson children running around? I didn't think so. The next captain won't have my heritage.
Oh,
I'll
you're
have
also
to
okay.
foster that talent from somewhere. It's only a question of when.
Yeah, I don't know where it would be. Yeah, you definitely should be able to get it for a deal. Prices are a little different over there, though. But they're different here, too. I'm in Canada, so it isn't always the same as what you can get it for in the States, unfortunately.
I hope that was a joke, Captain. I really do. I gelded that thing years ago. Now it brews a stem that goes down stronger than Nan or Spank. Family recipe.
I don't want to give up Parvati. Leave it here for now.
You've got my attention.
Yeah, 22 is more reasonable too. The Steam is usually the best way to go, in my experience, but again, it's going to vary from country to country, likely.
Where are we headed?
Should I offer her? I don't know. I feel like I shouldn't be offering her. She should ask. Oops. Actually, you know what? I'll save it just for kicks. What's it doing? Journal. Which one's this? Terminal. Okay, let's go. I'm just gonna go back to the ship to talk to her about this, just for kick. Wait, who's Edna?
You aiming to send a message? If so, we best do it now while we still got time.
Oh, you got a Xbox One X? I was thinking about picking one up at some point. I'm curious. I haven't talked to many people that have one.
Me? No. But our relaying capabilities? That's on the final countdown. We're going offline in 3, 2, 1.5... No. Wait, I've lost track of my
Nice.
weeks.
Yeah, I like the specs.
Maybe it was 36 or...
I
sometime
suspect they'll have
prior
some bundles coming out in the next month or so for Black Friday in the States. I'll take a look. If I can get a good deal, I'll grab one.
Our primary relay station's soon to be occluded by a gas giant. Happens every 40 years or thereabouts. The event's forecasted to last for months, during which we'll lose signal to the station.
And that's
What I like is that some of the older games have
We've got
upgrades
backup
with the
auxiliary
next
relays,
console.
but the one currently in orbital range went offline some months ago. We can't spare people for routine maintenance. Yeah, I'm working on it. I finally got the chief to approve the budget for a diagnostic expedition. But allocating the personnel loss for sending a technical team to the relay station keeps getting denied by Junlei. The chief.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of excited about, Avi.
I should say no, but why not? Maybe you can figure out why it's offline. I'll send you with an equipment manual. Hopefully we'll get lucky,
I don't have to
or I'll
play
get my
Fallout
approval
New
in time.
Vegas again.
Hope you don't mind if I borrow that manual when you're done with it, Captain. I could do with some leisure reading.
Oh, and I'll need you to retrieve a copy of the relay's backup data. I gotta forward any messages from Earth stored in the memory. Better late than never, eh? The relay stations orbit the edge of the Halcyon system, so they tend to receive the majority of any transmissions from Earth. I'm sure the station's got a stack of junk messages just waiting for me to sort through. It's not like they're in high demand. Most tend to be adverts on new products, meaning only folks in Byzantium can afford them.
Don't want to do that one.
What can I do for you, Captain?
Oh wait, our ship's in impact. It's been in. I forgot about that. Gotta go get our ship. Okay, so we can't do that one yet. Okay, so I guess we have to do this one then. What is that? What are these things?
If you're hungry, you've come to the right place. I've got a fresh ground batch of spratwurst cooking. They're terra-fried to lock in the juices. How about a grinder's dozen?
What?
You know what sprats are? Space rats. The laboratories of Spacer's Choice found a use for this limitless frontier resource. Sprat meat is plenty tasty when properly prepared. We grind them up in sausages, then terra-fry them in their own juices. Terra-frying is a Spacer's Choice brand secret. A mix of 13 herbs and spices, plus a dash of modern chemistry. Absolutely not. Spratwurst and all related terms are registered trademarks of Spacer's Choice. Boar, the other meat, is a registered trademark of C&P. Everyone knows our company and theirs are nothing alike. Legally? No. The terra-frying method was developed and marketed by Spacer's Choice. Between you, me, and this grinder, I've been through lean times. If there's one thing you learn on tramp freighters, it's how to make near anything edible. Might be that this old space hand put a few words in the right ears, and could be that Spacer's Choice liked sticking it to C&P by R&D'ing our own special meat. Just as well, near about time for me to go check on the trap. I mean, to unload another crate of farm-fresh sprats. Long as you don't mind me grinding spratwurst while we talk. Little things don't make themselves chewy. At least not yet. I'm sure modern science will find a way. Just as well, near about time for me to go check on the trap. I mean, to unload another crate of farm-fresh sprats.
C&P Borstwurst. It's not the worst unless it's Borstwurst.
I know she's in there and through.
Who's that talking?
I'm just in port long enough to get another haul contract.
Yeah, it is. I know. I picked it up a couple days ago for about that.
Is it just me, or is Groundbreaker feeling extra chilly? Maybe you ought to help yourself to a piping hot frozen... Oh, a lot of... Heard of it. My orientation Aether Wave showed that famous Saltuna cannery, which I'm sure smells as good as it looks.
That's true.
Yeah. I hope they're gonna be okay.
That's a spacer's choice, Spear. Take what you have, polish it up, and make the best of it. So, what can I get you? Some soap? Everyone loves soap. Everyone will love you for using it, too. I'm bound to satisfy headgear-related inquiries.
I'm doing it on purpose, though, because I'm
Please
trying
make
to
any complaints
unload,
to our
like,
consumer care
unlock any
headwear.
extra options.
You would never ask if you knew what it's like in here. I mean, why, anyone can be a Spacer's Choice Consumer Relations Choice Specialist. Just keep your nose clean and aim for the moon. Oh, I'm having a stellar day. And not just because I'm legally obligated to say so. Almost as stellar as a Spacer's Choice is affordable. I can see all of the top quality merchandise in the Spacer's Choice catalog, which is available here at a reasonable price. Spacer's Choice regrets that we don't sell toothpaste at this time, but we're always working on delivering exciting new products to our customers. Sprout Wash, Mouthwash, and Mantafloss are among the exciting line of dental goods currently in development. Don't miss out on these deals. You'll find none like them on all of Groundbreaker, or anywhere in the Halcyon colony. Trouble sleeping? Try our Lunar Eclipse mix. That's 2 handfuls of pep pills washed down with a hearty swig of 2-hour energy brew. The blast will send you through the stratosphere, and the crash will knock you out cold, guaranteed. Add an additional 10%
Oh, thanks, Davey.
to your purchase
Have a good one.
today, and the proceeds will be
I'm gonna stop this one in a
donated
couple
to
minutes.
Spacer Cares, our premier
I'll be streaming again
corporate
tomorrow night.
welfare program. At Spacer's Choice, we care about your health and emotional well-being. That's why we put Martin through 6 years of vendor school, only to make him wear this hat. Even if my contract didn't forbid it, I think it's part of me now. Now, are you ready to make Spacer's Choice Lunar Green Moonmouth lozenges a part of you? Lunar Green, the future is spearmint. Damn it. No slogan for that one. Look, this hat, my job. It may not seem like much to a brave space captain, but they're all that I have. If there are self-made purgatories, then we all have to live in them. Mine can be no worse than someone else's. Now, if we're done with the chit-chat, I hope you don't mind if I make the most of this short life and try to be the best moon person I can be. It's fine. I should be stronger than this. Thanks for taking an interest. Speaking of interest, can I interest you in some quality budget goods? At Spacer's Choice, we cut corners so you don't have to.
When might we expect you out here again? Canned surfish is already sold out again.
Who knows? Halls are stairs.
Rizzo's mock apple cider. A hard cider for a hard life.
I've seen you limping a bit. You all right, Mr. Vicker? Need us to slow down?
What are you implying? I am perfectly fit. My knee is just acting up.
There's no shame in being older, Mr. Vicker. Don't worry. The captain and I'll take care of you.
I need neither your advice nor your pity, young lady.
Oh, snap. How am I supposed to get in here? Oh, you're gonna leave me here? Okay. Can I take stuff? Ah, boo, it's all stealing. I haven't decided to steal yet. What are you?
Okay, keep him quiet.
I'm supposed to have something that I can use to sneak, but I don't know how to do it. Oh no, that's her right there. Oh, gelato sounds awesome. What's your favorite flavor?
Just yank the drive and I'll do the rest.
Oh, they roughed up the moon kid. Weird.
Now that we have the data cartridge, I can finally find out where that scholar I'm looking for ended up.
Okay.
Got it. His name is Reginald Cheney, and he joined a sublight salvage crew. Only he's not listed on the return manifest. Must have made landfall somewhere he wasn't supposed to.
Oh, peanut butter would be good.
Ah, yes.
Or peanut butter
Here.
chocolate.
There's a domicile on Monarch in Fallbrook, rented to the same bit card he used to buy his seat on the salvage ship. I should have guessed. What better place to lay low if you wish to avoid the authorities? Oh, it's nothing. I suppose I really didn't have much faith in actually finding him. Was a bit of a long shot, wasn't it?
Yes.
I admit it was a bit of a long shot, but when you've spent as many hours as I have in contemplation of the universe's secrets, you sometimes get a sense for these things.
No idea if we can actually sneak out of here with these dudes here. I'm surprised we even got in here. Eep. Excellent. Guys, we gotta get out of there. What's our next objective? Track down, yada yada. Wait, so what is this here? Oh, we can go to our ship. Okay, I'll go there and I'll save it. If I can. I mean, it's impounded, right?
You don't seem to like traveling with us much.
Hey there, you mind stepping back? This charming little ship's been impounded, and I'm afraid I can't let you near it till it's not.
Oh no.
I'd surely love to, but that's just not my bailiwick. You'll want to have words with our representative here from the board, Mr. Udom Bedford. His office is on the promenade.
Don't touch my ship.
Have yourself a pleasant day.
Alright, then we'll save it here then. Alright, well, I think we're going to call it here for the night. But thanks for hanging out, guys. It was fun as always. And I'll be streaming something else tomorrow night. I'm not sure yet what, but yeah, have a good rest of the night. I'll see you guys later on. Cheers, guys. Take care, Lush.